The Cherokee are indigenous people of North America known for their rich history, cultural heritage, and complex societal structures. The origin of the name Cherokee is debated, with theories suggesting it may derive from the Creek word meaning people of different speech, or perhaps from an ancient tribe in the area. Historically, they referred to themselves as Anivia, meaning principal people. Their language, an Iroquoian tongue, was formalized into a writing system in the 19th century by Sequoyah, a renowned Cherokee leader who dedicated over a decade of his life to creating a syllabary that enabled his people to read and write in their native language. This remarkable achievement greatly contributed to the Cherokee's literacy rate, which became higher than that of many contemporary European American communities of the time. Sequoyah's invention of the syllabary marked a significant milestone in preserving the Cherokee culture and uniting the community under a shared language. The syllabary contained 85 symbols, each representing a unique syllable, making it possible for the Cherokee to become one of the few Native American tribes with a comprehensive written language. This innovation facilitated the establishment of the Cherokee Phoenix, a bilingual newspaper that became a critical tool in unifying the Cherokee people and preserving their cultural identity during a time of significant external pressures and threats. The publication of the Cherokee Phoenix allowed the Cherokee to voice their concerns, communicate important news, and articulate their political and social viewpoints, thereby fostering a sense of unity and purpose within the community. Anthropologists have two main theories about Cherokee origins. Either they migrated from the Great Lakes region in prehistoric times, or they moved from present-day Texas or northern Mexico. Oral traditions among Cherokee elders also support the idea of migration from the north. By 1000 AD, the Cherokee had developed a woodland culture, blending Mississippian traditions with unique cultural practices. They lived in permanent villages along rivers and streams, practicing agriculture with crops such as corn, beans, squash, and tobacco. These staple crops formed the Three Sisters, which were fundamental to their diet and agricultural success. The Cherokee were adept at cultivating the land, using sophisticated farming techniques that maximized their yield and sustained large communities. The Cherokee were not only agriculturalists, but also skilled hunters and gatherers. Men hunted a variety of game, including deer, bear, and wild turkey, which provided essential protein for their diet, while women gathered wild berries, nuts, and medicinal herbs. The Cherokee's deep understanding of their natural environment allowed them to thrive in the diverse ecosystems of the Appalachian Mountains, where they lived. Fishing was also an important aspect of their subsistence, with men using spears, traps, and fishing lines to catch fish from nearby rivers and streams. The reliance on a diverse range of food sources provided the Cherokee with nutritional stability and resilience against changes in climate or other challenges. In their society, Cherokee women held prominent roles, serving as heads of households, managing farmlands, and acting as mothers of the clans. Their matrilineal system emphasized women's rights and community leadership. Women owned the houses and land, and family lineage was traced through the mother. This matrilineal structure ensured that women had significant power in both familial and tribal matters. Women were also involved in decision-making processes at both the family and tribal levels. An alternating state of war and peace led to a dual governance system, where towns had both a white peace chief and a red war chief. Women also participated in war councils, regulating prisoner treatment and contributing to important decisions. Cherokee society placed immense value on balance and harmony, which was reflected in their governance and the roles assigned to individuals within the community. The Cherokee first encountered Europeans through Hernando de Soto's Spanish expedition in 1540, but significant interaction didn't begin until the 17th century, with English traders establishing trade relations in 1673. These early contacts brought about profound changes, introducing goods like metal tools, textiles, firearms, and alcohol. The introduction of these items altered traditional practices, social dynamics, and even economic structures within Cherokee society. Metal tools made farming and building more efficient, while firearms changed the nature of hunting and warfare. However, contact with Europeans also brought devastating consequences, including diseases like smallpox, measles, and influenza, which drastically reduced their population. By some estimates, the Cherokee lost nearly half of their people to these epidemics, which had a profound impact on their communities and weakened their ability to resist encroachment on their lands. By the late 18th century, conflicts over land led to numerous treaties, all of which saw the Cherokee ceding much of their territory. These treaties were often signed under duress or through manipulation by colonial and later American officials. The Treaty of Hopewell 1785 and the Treaty of Holston 1791 were among the early agreements that significantly reduced Cherokee lands. Despite these losses, the Cherokee sought ways to coexist with European settlers, adopting many aspects of European American culture, including formal education, Christianity, and centralized governance. The Cherokee even developed a written constitution in 1827, modeled after the United States Constitution, in an effort to assert their sovereignty and protect their remaining lands. The Cherokee also established schools to educate their children in both Cherokee and English, often with the help of Christian missionaries who sought to assimilate Native American communities into European American cultural norms. These schools taught subjects such as reading, writing, arithmetic, and Christian theology. The adaptation of formal education systems was seen as a means to strengthen the Cherokee Nation by providing their youth with the skills needed to navigate an increasingly complex world dominated by European settlers and their descendants. Education became a cornerstone of Cherokee society, helping to preserve their culture while equipping the next generation with the tools necessary to advocate for their rights. The 19th century saw the Cherokee making significant efforts to assimilate to European American ways, including the adoption of a constitution and the establishment of a capital at New Echota, located in present-day Georgia. New Echota became a hub of Cherokee governance and culture, featuring a courthouse, council house, and even a print shop that published the Cherokee Phoenix, the first Native American newspaper, which played a crucial role in uniting the Cherokee people and advocating for their rights. The newspaper, printed in both Cherokee and English, was instrumental in keeping the Cherokee informed about political developments, including their ongoing struggles to retain their land and sovereignty. Despite these efforts at assimilation and coexistence, the Indian Removal Act of 1830 led to the forced relocation known as the Trail of Tears. During this tragic journey, approximately 16,000 Cherokee were forcibly removed from their homeland, and around 4,000 perished due to harsh conditions, disease, and exhaustion. The Trail of Tears remains a defining moment in Cherokee history, symbolizing both the resilience and suffering of the Cherokee people. The Trail of Tears was marked by incredible hardship. The Cherokee were forced to travel over 1,000 miles on foot, often in severe winter weather without adequate clothing, food, or shelter. Many succumbed to starvation, exposure, and disease. Despite the overwhelming adversity, the Cherokee maintained their cultural traditions, often singing songs and holding on to their spiritual beliefs to provide solace during the journey. Leaders such as Chief John Ross played pivotal roles in negotiating with U.S. officials and attempting to delay the removal, though ultimately to no avail. The forced removal not only led to the loss of life, but also the disintegration of families and communities, leaving lasting scars on the collective Cherokee memory. Oral histories passed down through generations continue to recount the horrors of the Trail of Tears, ensuring that the legacy of this tragic period is not forgotten. During the American Civil War, the Cherokee were divided, with some siding with the Confederacy, notably forming Thomas's Legion, the last Confederate unit to surrender in North Carolina. This division was partly due to the pressures and promises made by both Union and Confederate forces, each seeking Native American alliances. The Confederacy promised the return of lost lands and greater autonomy, which persuaded many Cherokee to support their cause. Meanwhile, other Cherokee, particularly those led by Chief John Ross, sided with the Union, hoping for better treatment and protection of their rights. This internal conflict led to a Cherokee civil war within the broader national conflict, creating further divisions within the tribe. Post-war, the Cherokee faced continued pressures, including forced land allotments under the Dawes Act of 1887, which aimed to dissolve communal tribal lands and assimilate Native Americans into mainstream American society. The Dawes Act resulted in significant loss of Cherokee land, as surplus lands were sold off to non-native settlers, further eroding the Cherokee's territorial base. Despite these challenges, resilience remained a hallmark of the Cherokee spirit, and by the late 20th century, they had regained the right to elect their own leaders and reestablish a form of self-governance. The Cherokee Nation, under the leadership of figures like Chief Wilma Mankiller, the first female principal chief, worked tirelessly to improve healthcare, education, and economic opportunities for their people. Chief Wilma Mankiller's tenure as principal chief marked a turning point for the Cherokee Nation. She emphasized community development, education, and healthcare, implementing programs that addressed the needs of the Cherokee people while fostering a renewed sense of cultural pride. Her leadership inspired many, particularly women, to take on active roles in tribal governance and community initiatives. Under her leadership, the Cherokee Nation saw significant improvements in infrastructure, housing, and social services, which laid the foundation for continued growth and development. Mankiller's leadership also emphasized the importance of self-reliance and empowerment, encouraging the Cherokee to build their own institutions and create opportunities for future generations. Today, 3 federally recognized Cherokee tribes exist: the United Kituwa Band of Cherokee Indians in Oklahoma, the Cherokee Nation in Oklahoma, and the Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians in North Carolina. Each of these tribes has its own government, cultural preservation programs, and economic development initiatives. The Cherokee Nation, the largest of the 3, has been particularly active in leveraging federal grants and establishing businesses to improve the welfare of its citizens. The Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians, located in North Carolina, has focused on cultural tourism and operates the popular Cherokee Indian Reservation, which draws thousands of visitors each year, helping to sustain their economy and promote their cultural heritage. The United Kituwa Band also works diligently to maintain their traditions and provide for their community, contributing to the broader story of Cherokee resilience and perseverance. As of 2000, approximately 281,000 people identified solely as Cherokee, with an additional 448,000 identifying as part Cherokee. The Cherokee language survives, spoken by an estimated 12,000 to 22,000 people, thanks in part to ongoing revitalization efforts, including language immersion schools, community classes, and digital resources aimed at preserving and promoting the Cherokee language for future generations. Language preservation has become a focal point for the Cherokee, as it represents a crucial link to their heritage and identity. Programs like the Cherokee Language Master Apprentice Program pair fluent speakers with younger learners in an effort to ensure that the language is passed down and remains vibrant. Digital platforms and mobile apps have also been developed to make learning the Cherokee language accessible to younger generations and to keep the language relevant in a rapidly changing world. The Cherokee's efforts to sustain their cultural heritage, despite centuries of adversity, stand as a powerful testament to their resilience and enduring identity. From the development of a written language to the establishment of a constitutional government, the Cherokee have consistently demonstrated adaptability and determination. Today, they continue to balance modernity with tradition, embracing new opportunities while honoring their rich history. Their story is one of survival, strength, and the unyielding pursuit of self-determination, serving as an inspiration not only to other Native American communities, but also to people around the world who face challenges in preserving their cultural identities in an ever-changing world. In recent years, the Cherokee have also focused on economic empowerment as a means of strengthening their communities. Tribal enterprises, including hospitality, gaming, and agriculture, have become major sources of income, funding healthcare, education, and social services for tribal members. The Cherokee Nation Businesses CNB, which encompasses a wide range of enterprises from casinos to technology companies, provides employment to thousands of Cherokee citizens and ensures that profits are reinvested into community programs. The Eastern Band has also seen success with Harrah's Cherokee Casino, which has become a significant economic driver, allowing the tribe to fund cultural preservation efforts and invest in public infrastructure. The Cherokee are also active in preserving their cultural practices, including traditional crafts, music, and dance. The Cherokee Heritage Center in Oklahoma serves as a museum and educational facility, offering visitors a glimpse into Cherokee history and culture through exhibits, reenactments, and cultural workshops. Basket weaving, pottery, and beadwork are among the traditional crafts that continue to be practiced and taught to younger generations, ensuring that these skills are not lost. Traditional storytelling, an essential part of Cherokee culture, remains alive through community events and programs that encourage elders to share their knowledge with youth. Furthermore, the Cherokee are deeply engaged in environmental stewardship, recognizing the importance of protecting the land and natural resources that have sustained them for centuries. Programs focused on sustainable agriculture, river conservation, and forest management are part of the Cherokee Nation's commitment to environmental preservation. The Cherokee Nation has also taken steps to address climate change, participating in initiatives aimed at reducing carbon emissions and adapting to the changing environment to ensure that their lands remain viable for future generations. The Cherokee's contributions to the broader American society are also significant. During World War I, Cherokee soldiers served as code talkers, using their language to transmit secure messages that were crucial to the Allied war effort. This practice continued during World War II, where Cherokee code talkers played a vital role in maintaining the secrecy of military communications. Their bravery and service are a proud part of both Cherokee and American military history. Many Cherokee have continued to serve in the U.S. Armed Forces, contributing to the defense of the country while honoring their warrior heritage. The Cherokee people have long been recognized as leading advocates for Native American rights, working to ensure justice and equality not just for their own tribe, but for indigenous peoples across the United States. Cherokee leaders have consistently been at the forefront of national movements dedicated to securing federal recognition, safeguarding tribal sovereignty, and amplifying Native American voices in policy discussions. They have actively engaged with the U.S. government to ensure that indigenous perspectives are included in shaping policies that affect their communities. The Cherokee Nation's leadership in legal battles has been a defining feature of their advocacy, spearheading landmark cases that have reshaped Native American law. Their efforts have spanned complex issues such as land ownership disputes, access to natural resources, and federal law application regarding tribal autonomy. Notably, their role in the McGirt v. Oklahoma case of 2020 reaffirmed the continued existence of tribal reservations in Oklahoma, with far-reaching implications for tribal sovereignty. Beyond legal battles, Cherokee leaders have been deeply involved in lobbying and policy advocacy to protect healthcare, education, and cultural preservation rights for Native communities. Through initiatives like the Cherokee Nation's healthcare system, one of the largest tribally operated health services in the United States, they have shown a commitment to practical improvements in quality of life. These initiatives have become models for other tribes seeking to build their own community-driven systems. The Cherokee's dedication to Native American rights has benefited their people and created positive changes for many other tribes. Their legal victories and advocacy efforts have laid a foundation for strengthening tribal sovereignty, affirming treaty rights, and ensuring indigenous voices are heard in the corridors of power. This legacy continues to inspire indigenous activists and communities nationwide, highlighting the enduring spirit of the Cherokee people in their fight for justice and equality. The Cherokee people have long been recognized as leading advocates for Native American rights, striving for justice and equality not just for their own tribe, but for indigenous peoples across the United States. Cherokee leaders have consistently been at the forefront of national movements to secure federal recognition, protect tribal sovereignty, and amplify Native voices in policy discussions. Their leadership in legal battles has reshaped Native American law, addressing issues such as land ownership, resource access, and federal autonomy. Notably, their role in the McGirt v. Oklahoma case of 2020 reaffirmed the existence of tribal reservations in Oklahoma, with significant implications for sovereignty. Beyond legal battles, Cherokee leaders have actively worked to protect healthcare, education, and cultural rights for Native communities. Through initiatives like the Cherokee Nation's healthcare system, one of the largest tribally operated services in the U.S., they have shown their commitment to improving quality of life and have inspired other tribes. The history of the Cherokee is a testament to their resilience, adaptability, and commitment to cultural identity. From their early woodland culture, through forced removal, to modern self-governance, the Cherokee have consistently overcome challenges while maintaining their heritage. Today, they continue to thrive, balancing modern demands with deep respect for traditions. Their dedication to Native rights has benefited their people and many other tribes. Their journey is an enduring inspiration, highlighting the importance of cultural preservation, and their ongoing efforts to preserve language, culture, and sovereignty serve as a powerful example of perseverance and hope for future generations.